Hiya, I hope you're keeping well. I've got a really quick, simple video today for you if you use powder foundation. One of the things that I find when my skin's a bit more dry, in particular in the winter, is that it never quite sits in the same way. So I'm going to just show you something really quick to make sure that you're getting the best results from it. As always, everything I've used is listed in the description of the video, so if you click to make the video full screen, the title will come up along the top, click the arrow next to it and a full list of products will drop down. But by all means, this is more of a technique focused video, so you'll be able to apply this logic to whatever you've already got in your makeup bag. So to begin, my skin has been really dry this week and I put skincare on first thing in the morning and we're in the afternoon now. So I'm going to start by applying makeup to this side of the face. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Compact. I love this one. Also, one of the things that's come up in videos a lot recently is suggestions of high street products. And this one is just over £10 and I'd really recommend it if you like a completely velvety finish and you need a lot of coverage. On the flip side, if you'd prefer something more dewy, the Flower Beauty foundation I used this week would probably be better for you. But to start off, I'm just going to take the sponge that this comes with and I'm going to start by going straight onto the skin. Now, as you can see with my skin, I've got areas of redness and also sometimes some texture. So a kind of matte consistency can be really lovely for me because if I do have any areas where that texture is flaring up, it won't kind of highlight them or draw any attention to them. So now I've got my foundation on one side of my face, it's covered the redness, it's gone on nice and evenly. For all intents and purposes, it's done what it's meant to do. But now on this side, I want to show you how a little bit of skincare can give me that same coverage, but feel more comfortable and still have a little touch of luminosity. So I'm starting with a little touch of the Dr. Jart Ceramidin eye cream, and then I'm squeezing out some of the last of my Toleriane Sensitive fluid from Roche Posay. If you have any kind of redness, this is one of my favourite suggestions for you. It's probably one of the products that I buy the most because it's just really simple. You can use it under your makeup at night. It's very hydrating, but it will still sit well under your foundation if you want it to. Now, while that is still actually very dewy to the touch, on this side, I'm going to use a little foundation brush. And first of all, I'm just going to pat a little bit of powder onto that redness. Now, already I can see that there is less of a completely velvety finish to this because sitting it on top of that moisture just means that it gives it slightly more of a silky finish. But then if you were oily or wanting the same redness coverage, it's still a powder that's going to look velvety, but without looking kind of too full. And another thing I would say is that when you're buffing this in, when you've got it on a brush and you've got a little bit of moisture already on the face, it gives you a much easier slip. So you can spread a little bit of product much further than if you were using it on such a dense sponge. And again, I'm just patting a little bit where needed. And I'm going to do the same on the forehead. And because you've got that extra kind of slip, you don't end up needing as much powder because a smaller amount is going to travel further for you. Now I know it's only really subtle, but can you see what I mean? That side is just so much more luminous and it's still got that matte finish. It's still going to be a really long wearing, reliable wear that's going to stay put. But I just feel like that side looks a bit more glowy. So I hope that was helpful. You can apply that to any powder foundation that you already have, and indeed that theory to any complexion things that you have, because by the same merit, you know, you might have something really dewy and you don't want it to be so luminous. So you might do the opposite and prep your skin with like a really oil controlling moisturiser, or you might use a little bit of extra powder when you set it. And that way you still get the use out of that product, but you're just tailoring it to suit your skin and ultimately to get the results that you want from it. Let me know if you give it a go. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll talk to you again very soon.